All right, hello again. I hope everyone's doing well. This video is going to serve for both Wednesday and Thursday. So on Thursday, if you need to go back and watch some of it again, please be willing to do so. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to compare data for two line plots. And it says the line plots represent the amount of rain that fell for the first 20 days of the month of April. Use the data to answer the questions. All right. It says which city had more days of no rainfall and how many more days did they have of no rainfall? Well, 0 represents no inches of rain had fallen. So for Little Falls, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for Riverside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I subtract, and one more day of 0 rain for Little Falls. All right, another question. How much more rainfall did Riverside receive on their rainiest day than Little Falls on their rainiest day? Well, we just looked at the opposite, no rain. Well, the rainiest would be at the opposite end. So the most rain for Riverside was 7/8 of an inch, and the most rain for Little Falls was 6/8 of an inch. So the difference is 1/8 of an inch more for Riverside. Okay. All right, another question. Which city had more days of rainfall over 3/8 of an inch? And they want us to write a comparison expression. So for Little Falls, I'm going to find 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to count everything past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 days with over 3/8 inches rain for Little Falls. For Riverside, this is 3/8. I'm going to count everything after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They actually tied. So the appropriate comparison symbol here is an equal sign. Which city has more days with less than 4/8 inches of rain? So here's 4/8 for Little Falls. I'm going to count everything that's less than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we actually have a tie again. That won't always happen. It just depends on the data. Now this question is for Thursday, and this is one of the toughest questions for kids to answer. It wants to know the total amount of precipitation or rain for the year. Oh, actually, it shouldn't say for the year. It should say for April. All right, so what you do is you go to each column and you're going to add up the amount for each data point. So all of these days had 0, so clearly they're all worth 0 total. This day had 1/8, so 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/8. These days had 2/8 of an inch, so 2, 4, 6, 8 eighths. Nothing here. This had 4/8, so 4, 8. And then these days had 6/8, 6, 12, 18. So down below, for Little Falls, I have 0 plus 3/8 plus 8/8 plus 8/8 plus 18/8 equals. Now I like to group them instead of trying to add all of them together. And now I have 3 numerators to add, and I'll just find some scratch space. 18, 16, and 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 37. And I can't leave that improper, so I'm going to rename it as a mixed number. 3 times 4 would be 40, but that's too big, so I'm going to go 3 times 4. So they got 4 5/8 inches. Make that look a little easier to read. All right, so now let's do the same thing for Riverside. Again, all of these days are worth 0. 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/8. These are all 2/8, so 2, 4, 6, 8. These are all 3/8, 3, 6 eighths, 4, 8, 12, 16 eighths, and then 7 eighths. All right, so for Riverside, okay, so putting these together, they're worth 10 eighths. Putting these two together, 13 eighths, and then 16 eighths. So 10, 13, and 16. 6 plus 3 is 9. But I can't leave it improper. So they had 4 and 7/8. So when you compare the amounts, Little Falls had less by 2/8 of an inch. And there we go. I want to look at that adding one more time under this context where a bookstore owner needs to ship books to fill an order. The order includes 15 books that are on our line plot. When a shipping box weighs 20 pounds or more, the post office charges an additional fee, and the owner wants to avoid this. So we have to decide, should she send the books in one box or 2 boxes? We need to use comparison symbol to back up our thinking and explain. All right, so instead of adding just fractions, this time we have mixed numbers. So I'll start with my whole number, 1, 2, and then my fraction. 1/6 plus 1/6 is 2/6. 1, 2, 3 for the whole number, and the numerator's 2, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1, 2, 3. There's a 4, 4, 8, 12. And then 1, 2. And 5, 6 plus 5, 6 is 10, 6. And then this is all by itself, so there's no other actual calculation. All right, so now I'm going to put my number sentence below. And again, I'm going to group them together. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2/6 plus 6/6 is 8/6. 4 plus 3 is 7. 12 plus 12 is 24. 2 plus 2 is 4. 10 plus 3 is 13. All right. I know that 5 plus 4 is 9, and 9 plus 7 is 16. I know that 8 plus 4 is 12, and 12 plus 3 is 15. Its improper fraction cannot stay the way it is. So 6 times 7 is as close as I can get. But I can't forget, I started with a whole number. So after I rename, I've got to put these two pieces back together. So 16 plus 7 is 23. And then the fraction is 3/6. So that's how much all the books will weigh. So we have to go back to our question. Should she send the books in 1 box or 2? Well, 20 pounds is when the extra fee is applied to the weight of the box, and her weights, add up to 23 and 3/6 pounds. So her books would weigh too much. So that means she should have 2 boxes to avoid the extra fee that she does not want to pay. All right, good luck with your work.